for your kind words. Honorable Raksha Rajyamantri, Shri Subhash Bhambre sir, Guest of Honor, Honorable Minister for IT, Industries, Municipal Administration, K.T. Rama Rao Garu, distinguished guests, Lieutenant General Satish Dua, Chief of Integrated Defense Staff, Dr. Christopher, Secretary, Chairman DRDO, Dr. G. Satish Reddy, Scientific Advisor to Raksha Mantri, Alka ma'am, Tessie Thomas ma'am, and all the distinguished guests and everybody who has gathered together to celebrate this wonderful occasion. My warm greetings to all of you on the occasion of International Women's Day. It's a proud privilege to be in DRDO today. This is the institution which is the backbone of India's strategic military research, an institution that allows us to boast of a place in select nations with ICBM capabilities, an institution that helps us to stay non-aligned in an extremely geopolitically sensitive world that we live in today, and of course, the institution that has always helped us to maintain operational dominance and battle-worthiness every time this nation has gone to war. I salute all of you, the scientists, the technical advisors, the non-technical staff who make up this great organization. So when Tessie ma'am asked me to join all of you today, I was wondering what I should talk to you about. Thought to myself, these are scientists, highly qualified people who have dedicated their life to a very serious task, science and technology, R&D. I'm sure a task which means that every other priority in their life takes a backseat. Men and women, irrespective of their caste, their religion, their upbringing, their gender, come together, work in tandem, and achieve something which is bigger than their individual name and fame. They contribute to the nation-building cause, to its security concerns. And for this, to my mind, is what makes great organizations. As we move towards a more equal and humanist world, I repeat, not a feminist one, but an equal and humanist world, we must begin to realize and recognize that leadership and competence has no gender. I'm sure all the women out here will agree with me that our mothers and grandmoms have put us on a very strong platform. They, during their time, would have fought very pitched battles for issues that we take for granted today. The right to want to study, the right to want to work, the right to want to marry someone of their choice, and sometimes even the right to want to take decisions on behalf of their children who they brought into the world. So they have given us a strong legacy, and I think it's up to us to internalize the revolution and take it in the right way forward. I truly believe that the world is ready for us. The question is, are we ready? Do we have the skills, do we have the competencies to truly deserve a rightful place in the workforce? When young administrators join the service, I say young because in spite of all the kind observations made, I'm not so young anymore, I'm almost 40. And young administrators do ask me nowadays as to what I think are the attributes of a good officer. So I often try to tell them in simple words that one must begin by trying to lead the self. That's a very difficult task. It means having commitment to your goal, to what you want to contribute to your chosen field of work, to have a long-term vision of where you want to see yourself. And that involves consistency of thought. We may be flexible in the modalities, we may be flexible in the way we would like to achieve those goals, but consistency of thought is extremely important to leading the self. Good communication skills. Every time a leader speaks, he or she should hit target. That should be the impact of the communication skills. And of course, there has to be core integrity and courage to take a stand, to stand up for others who you think deserve that. And once, when you think that you have a grip on the self, then we may try and attempt to lead others. It means setting a direction one can never forget that people come from different backgrounds, different prejudices, and getting them to commit to the common conscience is extremely important in order to achieve the objective that the team has set out to achieve.